Welcome back, everybody. We are here with a Critical Catch episode numero 6. I am Costa, this is Lee, and further beyond is Scotty Boy. And we are absolutely excited to be back with another weekly episode. And we're going to be covering quite a few different things. But of course, Champions has been all of the rave for good reason. But the real question will be, how does Pokemon maintain the hype for Champions? Because it will start dying down for a couple of people.
We're not pointing. We pointing fingers.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Are we going straight across to you?
Yeah, I think it has to be.
I mean, okay. Look. I've been having fun. There's no. There's. If we want to jump into the meat,
This
the meat and
like
sous
the biggest
veg.
setup for a butt I've ever heard.
However, just a teeny tiny. However, I have been. I've still enjoyed playing. However, and watching content. I've been enjoying watching people make fun teams, which I haven't done for a long time. You know, this was again harping back to what it was like when I first started playing. This is something that I used to really enjoy doing, and I haven't really done in a long time. So that's been good. But I think the motivation to hop back on is slowly declining for me. There are obviously a lot of potential reasons for that. I don't have any main events coming up. That's probably one of the main factors. Mm-hmm. And there's, I think, just not enough going on in the game right now. I'm not saying that there needs to be loads of stuff going on, but...
So have you stopped laddering then? Because that's the predominant thing.
Yes. And I think they did do one thing, which I did see, and I do think is a start of something new. So they did the new online challenge that they introduced, was it last weekend, for this really small set of Pokemon.
You mean
special
the
roster?
The special roster one. It's a really small selection, and there was actually a separate section for recruiting, which I did really appreciate, because I think if they're going to do that, they need to make it easier for you to obtain these specific mons. Especially if it's like a fun game mode. So I do really appreciate that. But I didn't play it because I don't know. It didn't look very exciting to me, but maybe it does to other people. But the game's still good. I don't want to try and take away from the game. Like, I don't think the game is declining in quality. I just think I've been struggling to find motivation to play. How have you guys been feeling sort of around it?
No, I'm still really enjoying it. I haven't been able to play as much as I would have liked the last week, which is probably helping keep my motivation for wanting to ladder build new things, because I've just not been able to do as much as I would have liked to recently. But I totally get where you're coming from, and the fact that you are going to be in a similar boat to a whole host of other players, whether they're kind of veteran players to the VG competitive scene, or whether they're brand new. A lot of players, there's only really like 3 events that we're going to have that you could attend for the remainder of the season, right? If you wanted to kind of take that next step and go to a live event, you've got Turin in Italy, which is sold out. You've got Indy, which is sold out in the US, and you've got NAIC, which is also sold out. You've got World Championships, but at this point, like, to qualify, you've got to at least attend one of these, win it, or get top 4 NAIC to get a chance. So that's kind of not even in the frame, right? So I think a lot of other players are probably in the same boat right now, where they're like wanting to take that step or wanting to have a reason further than just laddering to kind of keep playing. But there isn't that outside of grassroots tournaments, which that would be my argument with how it's going to keep people interested right here, right now, because there just doesn't seem to be, unless officially they do the global challenges and have some really cool rewards that are exclusive for players to get from placing well, or just by participating. I don't know, but yeah, it is a big I think, question mark hanging over things at the minute, because I definitely had that hangover from, it's not the same, but Pocopia. It was a brand new game for me to play of that genre. I played it, loved it, but I did get to a point where I was feeling like, feel almost done with this now, because I don't know where I'm kind of going to be going next with it, you know. And I feel like there's probably a similar sort of thing that players new to champions or competitive Pokemon might be feeling now, because they're like, well, where's this leading? Because officially it doesn't feel like there's very much variance in the game from when it first dropped and what's kind of like on the horizon, you know?
Mm.
I
Mm.
think, yeah, I think you guys cover some really valid points and concerns. The biggest one being, how do they sustain this hype? There is
Mm,
all of this hype because of the release, and oh my god, they're playing Mega Evolutions. Let's do this thing. Let's go hop back in time, bring out new favorites or old ones, etc., etc. But like, how do they keep people playing the game? Rewards, like you said, is a good motivator. We know that we had Gardevoir being a thing when we started Champions, so that's cool and all that. But I think if you're going to go down the reward side of things, it's going to have to be some more inaccessible Pokemon. And it's a tough predicament they find themselves in because the current format only allows a finite amount of Pokemon.
mm.
So that sort of holds them back. Maybe they introduce new releases when we're about to progress onto another format where they've got different Pokemon.
That's not for a while though, is it?
That's the problem. And I
Like
think,
another month and a, is it like a month and a half out
yeah,
before we get the next regulation?
pretty much. And
Yeah,
that's the biggest concern. So in my eyes, the thing that they have to do is try to bring about a new game mode or some sort of additional in-game event that they haven't released yet,
yeah.
or maybe even the biggest question on everyone's minds, and Scott and I spoke a bit about it last week, cosmetics. Weekly cosmetics, whether it's just trainers or who knows, RTS forbid, Pokemon cosmetics, which would be sick.
That would be really cool. I think that's definitely one way they could keep the interest there. Like another game mode would be great. You don't like I you know when the game dropped and we didn't have like, you know, different kind of battle styles, like we didn't have 3 versus 3, which is something that they could have easily implemented as a fun battle mode, you know, where you could have that. But I still think there's room in this game to have a an offline ladder for practicing. And I
Mm,
think that it would be so valuable for newer players, where you have almost like a battle factory, a battle tower simulator where you can go in and you can just test teams without having to test them against, like, it's great testing against
mm,
other people, but sometimes you want to do it behind closed doors, and not everyone has a practicing partner, right? Where you can contact them, play until your heart's content, right? Some people are kind of limited, and I think that would be a super valuable part to add into the game. And I think it would attract more people into the game because there's going to be things that you can just do, and for a completionist, they might enjoy that, and
mm.
that might be enough to be like pull them in, you know. And like you could do all sorts of different things with that. You could introduce new gym leaders into that as like the rank battle boss that week, or a champion, or even past world champions as an
Oh,
avatar featured in those sort of things. You know, like there's so
yeah.
much you could do with it. But I do agree with you, Costa. I think that sort of thing would be really cool. But rand battles,
I was
random
literally about to say that. I
Yeah,
have it written down.
but
Rand
you
bats
did
would
not,
be
my friend.
so sick.
my magic egg works once more. It's a wooden egg for anyone that is listening on Spotify or anything like that. Any
That's
other
not a metaphor.
podcasts? Yes, and it's one of my daughters, so it's just randomly in my room. I'm just
Adorable.
enjoying fondling it right now.
Moving swiftly on. So I do like you speaking a bit about like maybe dedicated modes, stuff like that, like maybe with previous world champions. Or what if There could be like a Pokemon Stadium version
Oh,
of
yes.
different sort of interactions on certain trainers that you need to go through in order to collect
Oh,
badges.
Like a
mate,
story
yes.
mode.
New gym badges from different
Right.
regions.
Yes. Could be a thing. Scott, what do you think?
I love it. I think it's a good idea.
Become Kanto champion, become Johto champion.
Right?
Yes, that's what you need. Why have they not done this?
Because they haven't signed me up yet, mate, and they're
Yes.
missing a trick there clearly.
It's
'Cause
going to
they
cost
could,
them a
like-
lot. It's going to cost them a lot to get you out of this podcast contract. though.
Yeah, it is, boy.
They could make it like super hard as well. Like imagine if they did like a really competitive team. Say you play against
Yeah.
like Cynthia, you know, they just rock up. It's like got proper EV spreads. They talk to like some of the big dogs. They go,
Mm.
build us a
Yeah.
team.
Well, they're more than capable of doing this. Like, look at the Battle Factory in Emerald. That gets progressively harder. And that is still something that is kind of held in such high regard now as probably one of the most difficult things in any one Pokemon game ever to actually run through and complete. So it is going to be, you know, one of those things that they could do and could implement. They've done it in the past. I would love to see them do it, and I think it would give so much longevity to this game and just open it up to so many more players that are probably a bit more resistant to get involved, because it is just solely online playing other players straight away. It
Yeah.
kind of throws you in at the deep end, and that's not always a bad thing, right? I think being thrown in at the deep end, you're going to learn quicker, you're going to adapt quicker, and it's going to get you in. But it would, I think, in a lot of other ways, probably put off a lot of players as well, where they just don't want that heavy commitment or heavy competitive environment straight away without being able to have like behind closed doors experience first until they feel confident enough to jump on and you know, get involved in that scene.
I think it's a really good point actually, because I feel like, okay, maybe they've got this stuff planned, but I feel like when the mobile version drops, which is basically I think when all of this stuff becomes really important, because at the moment the Switch release is for the people who play competitive. Really, that's the people that are already like you said, people are already playing Pokemon competitively. That's who are playing it right now, and then they're slowly attracting other people, but it's only people within the gaming scene that they might be able to grab the attention of. But you know, when the mobile version drops, I could see it being really intimidating to be like, okay, right, you need to build a team and go online, like without having some kind of maybe offline tutorial, or just like, oh, here's a team, to play 10 games with it and we'll give you 10,000 BP, and here's our offline thing, or here, pick a Pokemon and here's a pre-made team and go have fun with it. I think something like that would be really fun.
Something like Grandbats.
But yeah, basically, similar things like that.
Just to practice.
Yeah, because I think it is really important to stop people from like looking at it and going, don't really know what I'm doing.
And it adds a fun element into the game as well, where I think, you know, like competitive to us as competitive players, it is going to be fun, right? But if you're coming into this brand new, I can see how it would be demoralizing coming into something, trying to learn it and just getting hammered every single time, and then just being like, is this all this is? And then just being like, well, I'm not really having fun with this, so I'm just gonna move on to something else.
Or you could be like me, where I keep on getting hammered, but I keep on liking the game. So,
mate, the other night I played, I think over a day and a half, I just didn't win a game, like over like 15 games, and I was like, why am I still playing?
Why am I trash?
But I think ladder fatigue is definitely something that we've all experienced, right? I mean,
yeah,
I know they don't like to acknowledge it, but Pokemon Showdown, you know, people used to people still ladder on that, and will have done in the past, right? And you do get fed up and frustrated and tired of playing ladder constantly. And I think, like I said, with this game, it gives them a good opportunity to try and spice things up and kind of make it fun, not just like competitive, because it is a competitive game and that will always be at its core. But I think you have to make Pokemon is for kids, obviously, but it's not just for kids now. You know, like I said, they get you in when you're young and they want you playing, and they, you know, when you're older, they go, oh, Pokemon Pokemon cards. I'm gonna go buy some, or oh, new Pokemon
Or
game.
get your children involved.
Exactly.
Pokemon.
So it's like a vicious cycle. But I think trying to make it really fun for people, especially like the normie crowd, quote unquote, people who don't play a lot of Pokemon or only have their kids that play it. I think they need to introduce sort of some fun stuff, some fun game modes. I think the easy one is obviously cosmetics. We mentioned it earlier. I know on Nintendo Switch Sports, not Wii Sports, same thing. They used to do like weekly cosmetics that you could like just grind for. Like it was all free, but you just had to play a certain amount of games in order to get it. You know, like even if it's not a lot, just like an outfit you could get to keep people playing for that week. Like that would make me play.
I mean, I would want to play if I could potentially get a Blastoise in a Hawaiian t-shirt with sunglasses. Like that would be insane.
That'd be cool.
I
That
think
would make me want to actually use Blastoise as well.
Literally.
Yeah.
Then Mega Blastoise rips through the Hawaiian shirt, and then there's
Yes.
another Hawaiian shirt, different color.
I think
That'd be
we
great.
get a bit ahead of ourselves now, Costa.
Just saying.
Was this
just
a
saying,
dream,
Evo.
or is this something you
What?
could come up with?
Maybe I'm already in
Ripping
talks
shirts
with the
of
people that may
Blastoises.
be with the developers, and this is all NDA. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think that would be
No.
insane. We briefly
That would be
mentioned. I don't know
insane.
if we mentioned it on the podcast last week, Costa, but like having cosmetics on Pokemon, I think that's really how you drag people in. Like that's like a deeper level. I think that's how you get like the like the cozy game is how you get the girls to come in. I'm trying to think of the people who love Animal Crossing, the people who love like imagine putting like a bow on a Pikachu, right? Women like people would just love that shit because it's cute.
That's true.
So,
but then it's not only the cute; it's also the cool. It's also like it's all different stuff. It's whatever you want to make of it. Really, it's the unique emotion that you register in your brain when you see a Pokemon dressed up, and not just basic Pokemon sprite. You see it because you've selected something for it to wear, and it could be different stuff. It could have sunglasses or not, or have like a mohawk or something crazy like that. Can you imagine like a Pikachu with a mohawk? Yeah, not the one. But like
possibilities are endless as well. They could open themselves up to like sponsorship endorsement, like for like have a DC themed week where you've got like Charizard in a Batman outfit.
Make it Fortnite-esque.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Trying to bring back from different IPs.
I have got a vision of a Charizard in a tuxedo and a top hat with a cane. I think that would be
with a cane as well. Yeah. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
With a cigar, and it lights the cigar with its tail.
With its tail, yes, with its tail. Oh my god. That could sell. PC. That could sell this if this game was like able to be purchased. That would sell that game.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, literally.
It's one of those things that only time will tell. I don't know if I'm assuming this stuff. I mean, they're going to be listening with open ears, and like I said, they've got the community ambassadors now. They're probably, to be honest, I don't know whether that's something that the community ambassadors will bring up, but I do think it is an important aspect of the game that they need to look into. I'm sure they are. I want to make this clear because they don't want it to be like, I don't want to say Pogo was a fad, right? But they had this when Pogo launched, right? Everyone was playing Pogo, and I guess this is kind of different because it's like Pogo was just like a really easy barrier to entry. It's like, oh, I see Pokemon on my phone. You can throw Pokemon at it.
Well, the best comparison I think would be Unite, right? It has to be the best comparison to Champions right now.
Yes. I was just using the hype of Go as a good example, because I would argue that Unite, you're right, is a good comparison because it's a competitive game that is also free to play. There's also on mobile. It also, do you know how many downloads it has on Google Play? Because I looked at this the other day.
Oh, should we guess?
You can check. You can guess why I fact check it.
All right.
What's this? Unite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this purely Switch or both
just on Google Play Store? Just on because I was looking the other day.
Oosh, I have no idea. To be honest.
I'm gonna guess
7 million.
1.5 million.
7.
Oh wait, are we doing? Oh wait, no, don't say yet.
I'll give you.
4
I'll give you
million.
go. For, okay, I'll give you both one more guess.
Okay.
Well, are we close or not? Are we hot or cold?
You're both cold.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Okay, 50 million.
I'm gonna say oosh. Okay, I feel like I need to go higher. I'm gonna say 110 million.
100 million.
Whoa!
100 million
That's
downloads on the
nuts.
Google Play Store,
What?
which is crazy. I don't know what the active user base is. That'd be interesting to find out.
Wow.
But
That is
It's
genuinely
pretty
nuts.
crazy. I mean, that gives you an idea of the kind of numbers that champions could potentially get. Which is
Have a look what TCG Pocket is had downloads.
that's a really good one actually.
All right. Now go again. Another round of
All right.
guesses.
Ooh.
I'm gonna guess actually
It's
before I
higher.
look at this.
Go.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm gonna say 20 mil because it hasn't been out for that long.
I'm gonna say 60.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
It's been on fire,
85.
mate.
85,
85 mil.
50 mil, and that hasn't
Okay,
even been
wow.
out that long.
That's what I mean. That's crazy. So they just need to make sure that they have something that applies like good, healthy retention for all of these consumers that are hopping in, downloading the app, wanting to play this stuff. They need to give them good reason to stay around.
Mm.
That they have to, not just the battling. It has to be something
I
more
think it's almost like
than the latter.
you need like the ran bats. You need like the cosmetics for the normies and the people who just want to just keep it. Cosmetics for maybe for Pokemon would be sick. I don't know whether they do that. And then as
They
much
probably
character customization as possible for like the normies, because I think character customization can go deep, and I think people really like to make things personal. And I think the more they can add to that, the more it will want to make people play and customize. Like
Yeah.
I found it really fun, at least what they've got now. But obviously, as time goes on, they can add so much stuff to the game. And
Yeah,
then
there's like so much they've left. Like it's so basic, the customization for characters right now, and I think the door is could be wide open for what you could do with so much stuff.
Mate, character cosmetics, but also Pokemon cosmetics. Like it would go crazy. I'm sorry. I think the game would explode.
Yeah, I got my I want to see Pokemon cosmetics. I just have my reservations.
Unite has it. Lee,
Yeah.
Unite has it.
But
They
Unite has it.
literally got the Hawaiian
Unite is-
Blastoise.
Unite's its own thing though, and I know this
Yeah,
is
they
its own
Pokemon.
thing.
Costa,
I
you're
just
game
feel-
dev, right? How difficult would it be to add cosmetics like that
Wouldn't be.
onto a model of a Pokemon?
It's not difficult. You need to apply all the different animation states.
But you've got to look. I think you've got to look at how VG is used as an advertising tool by the Pokemon Company, and that is what it essentially has been like over the past years, and it might be morphing into an actual esport now, which it feels like it's on the way to, right? But I still think at the heart of it, TPC still look at it as an advertising vehicle for their products.
Merchant product.
And then I think in their mind, they are not going to want their Pokemon dressed up on the world stage. I think they are gonna want their Pokemon as they
are, because that's how they're marketable.
Yeah.
I get it. I hear you.
What if
also think about the merchandise they could sell with the customized.
There is that.
plushies.
There is
And
that.
that is a thing. That
Yes.
was already a
Yeah,
thing.
there is that. Yes.
Okay.
You're right. You're completely right.
What if
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just have it's not like it's just
No,
that's
I
what
hear you.
I think might be the thing holding it back, but who knows?
Other esports though, they allow customizations of their
I was
characters.
about to
You got
say this.
LOL, you
League
got
of
Dota.
Legends, skins. Like I said, you get a world skin. You know,
That's it.
you win worlds, you get a skin. You get to pick your Pokemon. In League, they do it. You get to pick your champion.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah.
but
I
you
think
could
Pokemon
also
needs to get with it.
you could
I really
also
hope
do
it
it
does happen.
like they do it with nicknames, just like in official tournament play. I don't know if it tracks or anything, but you're just not allowed the cosmetics.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not going to be bummed if like
Oh, what? So you could just use them on ranked ladder, but not in like an official tournament.
like I think that's like
I
a
agree.
good middle ground. I would say if they're like no.
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it?
I've just gone ahead and spammed our Discord channel.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
all the
I've got
different
it.
Blastoise All the different Blastoise dress ups in Unite, and it's insane. They've got 4, they've got 5. You've got Sumo Blastoise, you got like Tucks Out Blastoise, you've got Roman Emperor Blastoise, which is absolutely sending me to the shadow dimension right now.
You need to get this on the screen.
Yeah,
I know, I'm getting them up, getting them up.
This is insane. Like, this is my point. Like, you think Unite was hype? Just like wait for if Champions had this and people could rock up with the Turtle Squad full final Evo with all the different disguises and
It's
like
actually crazy.
workouts. Like that's genuinely like sign me up right now. I will
Yeah,
probably
that'd be
pay
very cool.
microtransactions for this.
People would.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to make money, isn't it?
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, for sure.
Look at
Easy.
that.
Look at that, mate.
Look at
Look how
that.
legendary that is.
Where am I looking?
Well, where else? Emperor Bloody Blastoise.
It's
Like,
not
oh,
loading
the
for me
Roman-
though.
Is it not? No,
Oh,
that's
no.
so
Oh,
sad. But Roman Emperor Blastoise, living his best
Yeah,
life.
let me see if I can.
All the tucks. Oh, mate.
the
That's
top
solid.
one looks sick.
Dude.
It won't load for me for
Oh,
whatever reasons. That is
if
annoying.
you just
Are
search
you-
Blastoise Unite outfits, they all come
Yeah.
up.
Are you not using Discord, the share screen?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm on. It's just
Oh,
it's
that's
just
crazy.
grayed out at the
Oh,
minute. Yeah, so
That's an L.
A Bob and
Okay.
Builder one. I
No.
mean,
Firefighter. That's a
firefighter.
firefighter.
Oh, I mean, come on. This is just.
Anywho, my point is, like,
They've
this
done it
is
before. I didn't know
They
this
do-
actually. This is a really good point because I did not know they'd done this already.
the Emperor is very cool.
right? It's insane. Oh my god. But
Oh my god, there's a Gengar in a scuba diving gear.
like it goes on. But to Lee's point,
This goes hard.
or that as well. But to Lee's previous point, the fact that you're concerned about the visuals that they have, and would they want to show this on the biggest, like display and screen?
Mm.
Because Pokemon, at least with what we've seen as like end users and consumers and fans for so many years, is that they like sort of sticking their feet into the ground in terms of this is the way that we do things, and we only have a set formula of how to make it work. So I'm not sure how open they are to adapting, but at least when it comes to the Unite front, they've shown this. Because
When
they
did
even say
they
they need to
first
do the timer.
introduce the skins in Unite?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
I could also argue. You could also maybe argue that, like, maybe like this is the type of thing that people would look at and go, "Damn." Well, it would kind of attract people to play. Like if they were,
I think
if
so.
you look at it from
yeah.
the other perspective, like whether or not you think it looks silly or not, I'm sure they can make classier skins or whatever. If you're going to say they're going to allow them, I think if someone looks at it and go, wait, what? You're telling me I can customize my Pokemon now? I can put an outfit on my fucking Gengar.
That's it. That's what I mean.
Look at like Pirate Cinderace. It's so cool.
Right? That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's
Look
so
at Pirate
cool,
Cinderace.
right?
That is so cool.
Have you seen the like the Samurai Greninja as well?
Oh, I haven't. Oh, wait, I think I have. I
the
played it.
Machamp
I
as
actually
well.
have one. I
Like,
have that one in my Unite game. I have that one.
Like, look at those, man.
Yeah.
They're like so cool.
That's my point. Like, you
Yeah.
open up a
Super
whole
suit, like you said, superhero. Look, they do a super suit.
Super
A super
Cindy.
suit Cinderace.
Oh, mate. But like, I think
Where
so.
is
What
my
I'm
super suit?
This is this is
Hey!
what we need. Have you seen the Urshifu skin? That
No.
looks awesome. It's like a snow jacket on.
You what? Oh, whoa! Hold up. We've got a badass alert. Oh my god.
Very cool.
I
That
was say
is
because then you
sick.
can start doing holiday skins. You can do the stuff that
that's
all
it.
they all do.
All the stuff.
All
It's
the
so
competitive
cool.
games do. This is how you keep me
This is
playing.
how you keep the
That's-
game alive
that's
and you
the
go
answer.
into esports.
To the question. That's how you do
Sure.
it. That's how you do it. Yeah.
Right. So, mobile release of Unite came out September 22nd, 2021. July of that same year, 2021, was launch day. They said that HoloWare started becoming a thing around 1 year after 2022.
Okay. So it was
September.
wow. Okay.
So, who knows? Maybe
I think they should do it sooner.
they should.
I think they could do like a teaser with the with the mobile release. They could have a hollow, like I don't know, like what's like they've given away a God of War. They could do a hollow Charizard.
with the
It's
tux,
like,
with the
yeah,
fire from his tail, lighting. Okay, probably not a cigar. Let's be real. It's not going to do
not
cigar,
a cigar,
but
no.
that would be
Maybe a
sick.
lantern or something.
Mm.
It's if it's around like Halloween time, you could have it like Halloween themed with a pumpkin. It's lighting with its tail, or its tail in the bottom
I
of the
said
pumpkin, lighting
if
it
they
up.
want to start taking it seriously, like as like an esport, you start doing esport skins.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's it. It's a thing.
mm, yeah.
Incineroar with a tuxedo as well. You think people would not buy that shit? Like, that's you don't even need to discuss
We
this.
got it. We got to have it.
Oh my god.
And you know what? Then you could do like I'm just thinking about the TCG cards. You know the Poncho Pikachu's.
Oh
You
yeah.
could do like
Yeah.
Poncho, like special edition Poncho skins,
Oh,
like other Pokemon for that specific Pokemon. That would be kind of cool.
that's what I mean. And like literally exclusive releases. So
Mm,
you need to participate in ladder at least for X amount, or in
mm,
this tournament, or in this activity, or you
yeah,
can unlock it in the battle pass at the end of it once you go through a future battle pass. Like they literally can go down this route. It's just a decision.
yeah. I
That's
like
it.
it a lot. I still think we need a battle tower of some sorts in there though as
Oh,
well.
agreed. Agreed. That
But
could be like next year expansion or something like that,
yeah,
maybe.
It'd be interesting to see, like I said, since we're assuming Gen 10 comes out next November, right? We've got nothing going on until then. So Unite is going to remain in the spotlight. Not Unite, sorry. Champions are going to remain in the spotlight until the game comes out. So
mm,
um, they
probably
have to
gonna
they
have
have
like
to they have to do stuff to keep it relevant.
yeah, because they're probably only gonna have there'll probably be a Pokopia DLC, and there's a chance we get Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald
Mm,
ordered to the Switch. But outside of that, I don't think there's anything.
not revealed.
No, and that's for like
It's
a year and a
unusual,
half.
right? It's
Yeah,
unusual.
And then it kind of makes sense in a way, at least with how they're trying to do it. Like they did a big boom of releases and big news and all that with
yeah.
the 30th anniversary, right? So
Mm.
they've got Pokemon XP coming up later at Worlds, San Francisco this August. So they
But
will
game
want to try
wise,
to capitalize off of that.
yeah, I agree. But like game wise, they got like if you played ZA when it dropped, you've kind of done with that.
Yeah.
If you played Pokopia, it probably I don't know, you could be casually playing it, but not
DLC should definitely be coming.
DLC probably get people back involved a little bit more. But outside of that, it's like I feel like the perfect time for like a
Go full
remake,
send.
a remake of some sort. Like they could have done like Gen 5 remake, ported to the Switch 2 or whatever
Hmm.
this year, but I don't know.
They might do it, and they might make it Pokemon Home compatible, so you can bring in new Pokemon for new formats in the future of Champions. So
Yeah.
they will probably, knowing them, they'll probably tie things up like that quite
Oh
nice.
yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah.
I could definitely see that being the
Yeah.
case again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely agree with that.
But the question is, how soon can they apply these kind of stuff in
Mm,
order to bring or make Champions sustainable
I
in the
think how
long run?
soon is as soon as they want. I think is the question really. When they will do it, I think
yeah.
is the answer.
I think the
Um,
sooner the better because like if you don't want to
you
you
don't
don't
want
want to
waning
lose
interest.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to keep people interested. And like some people might leave and then never realize about the skins and then 2 months later they might be like, "Oh, they introduced skins just after I left. I'm not going to go back now." It's,
To
whereas
me,
you done it and then yeah.
the
Mhm.
pivotal points in the next 6 months, really, I think for maintaining hype. I think
Yeah.
one, they have to do something with worlds, so some kind of special
Mm,
like event in game to do with worlds that people can make you feel like you're part of the event. I think is really
Part of the
important.
experience. Yeah.
And then two is the mobile release. I think around without that, I don't think they're too worried. But I think as long as they hit the points, like I said, I think the mobile release is the main one. They have to nail that. or at least get stuff in place so that when it launches, I feel like they're not too stressed at the moment because, like I said, that realistically they've hit quite a niche player base, and the people that are playing it already are the people that are going to keep playing it because they're the ones that have been playing competitive Pokemon for the last 5, 10, 15 years anyway. So they're not worried about losing that audience. What they do need to worry about losing is the people, the new players that come in, and that's when I think it becomes really important.
So they need to make sure that they release something that's more enticing and can promote retention alongside the mobile launch
For sure.
September onwards. They need to do it. They need to try to find a way to keep those new mobile users
For like
there.
new game mode, that would be a good time to drop it.
Yeah. And, accessories.
And
Like, I
cosmetics.
genuinely think, mate, if they could drop cosmetics and game mode when the mobile releases, like, the Champions is gonna. We thought it already exploded. It's gonna like hit levels unprecedented in terms of
What
hype.
we know.
Yeah, being spoken about. That would have been a post Pokemon XP, literally because Worlds I think finishes on the 30th of August, right? Is a Championship Sunday. So like that will literally be multiple sort of compounded stuff that will add to like the game growing exponentially past what anyone could have
Did they
hoped.
give a date for the mobile release? Are we assuming September?
We're
We're
assuming
just
September.
assuming, yeah, we've got no late date because it's just late 20 in 2026 still. It
Yeah.
doesn't say late, it just says 2026.
Well, we were theorizing because we're like, okay, they
Teaser
released
Worlds
Switch.
would make sense or something.
Yeah, well, because they released Switch now to sort of have as a testing ground, and then surely for competitive in IRL events, they're gonna have the setup ready for mobile with the new season rather than at some point
That
during.
makes sense. That makes sense. So basically, dropping it almost immediately after Worlds would make
That's what I
sense.
mean. That'd be
Or dropping
crazy.
it
That
at
would be really
Worlds.
cool. Yeah.
At Worlds.
It's live
Ooh.
now on the mobile version or something. That'd be good.
Oh my god, that would hit
That would be
hard,
so hype.
mate. And probably they're gonna go ahead and add like a additional teaser about winds and waves, like we were.
Yeah, would make sense.
Nah, I don't think they will. I think they're gonna drop something big about because I think it'll be champions based reveal at the closing ceremony. Because I think it's too early for us to get anything winds and waves.
Well,
stuff.
they're also gonna drop probably the next world's location, which we don't know, right?
Yeah, they'll drop that, and I think it'll be champions.
Lee
But
makes a good point.
It could be like what the next. It could be they're introducing like Z moves or Dynamax in or terrestrialization in with megas.
Don't say terrestrialization. I already know, like we already know they will because obviously they had Dondozo, Terra Water with the first promo vid against Charizard X or Y or whatever. But
yeah,
God,
I think you're right, Lee. I think the teaser for Worlds, what they're teasing, obviously location, like Costa said, but then I think teasing Wind and Waves right now would kind of feel a bit pointless. I feel like the hype has to stay with champions until at least Pokemon Day next year, where they can start. That's when they start hounding home the proper teasers for Gen 10.
Yeah, and the pre-orders and stuff like that.
Yeah, that could be where they introduce the Hollowware at Worlds. Because that would be a sick reveal, right?
Ooh.
And then they could reveal like a battle tower facility or something like that. But the Hollowware reveal at Worlds would be absolutely wild.
Yeah, it's a good stage to do it on, right? It's the best stage that they have.
And you reveal like 3 mega Pokemon with like
outfits,
crazy outfits like Charizard, Kang, and I don't know.
Here's a question for you, and I know we've just been like, Acosta's just been like, I'll pay money for them. Are you gonna be angry if they lock stuff like this behind a paywall? Because you know there's gonna be backlash if they start which I'm not gonna complain about because every free game does pay cosmetics.
Yeah.
So if they start looking cosmetics behind a paywall, you're gonna be upset.
It depends on how much.
That's fair. What? How much stuff or how much it costs?
No. How much it will cost you.
Yeah,
so
I think they would probably tag it on to like the what's the pointless thing to subscribe to at the minute? Is it the battle pass?
not the
Premium
starter
Battle
pass.
The
Pass.
premium battle pass is a bit crap at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it would be probably behind that. I think it would
What
be
they
behind
do
that.
normally on a low battle pass is they put the premium thing at the end to encourage you to complete it.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they should do to
Mm,
make you want to keep playing.
yeah.
Like I would literally play Apex just for like they used to do like a reactive gun skin, and it would always be in the last things. You had to hit level 100 on the battle pass in order to get it. So I'd just grind just to get that. So I think they need to do something like that in order to.
Or if you have like Roman Emperor Blastoise at the end of that, for example, of one of
Yeah,
them, or some
exactly.
other like stuff,
Yeah.
like people would do it. They'd commit.
Yeah.
They would 100%.
Or you get like a voucher for the different Hollowware skins that are available, and you can pick whichever one you want for whichever mega they have available.
Yeah. They could do the next level thing and try to find a way to allow you to have extremely high in-game currency to actually, supplement a buy skin. Does that make
Mm.
sense? So you could either buy it or you could grind the crap out of it to
So it
actually
would be
get it.
like 300,000 VP.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah.
Something crazy. But
I think
technically,
if they do
it
proper
in-game.
rare skins, then they're like, you argue like you've got the you can't buy them, but using Apex as an
Rent.
example, you got the mythics. They're like the super rare stuff. I think that's a good way to do it because at least it's still technically obtainable. And if you want to really grind for it, you can. Because otherwise, if you make it so that everyone can just afford the sick skin, it loses its like interest and hype because it becomes more obtainable. So then it's a bit meh. So
So it's either a new currency or a ridiculous high amount of the current currency.
I think doing stuff at events as well. So having exclusive skins for every Pokemon event. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Some kind of in-game something for attending an event. I think that's the sort of stuff. Again, just another way to encourage people to sort of turn up, like they do with the online events.
Mate, you get a code. You sign up. You go and you participate at a regional, and you get a dedicated skin or something memorable from that. Only with people that have attended.
Yeah, and
people don't. Yeah, and place, and obviously you promo which one it's going to be for each event before the event, or before registrations go up for the event.
It's like getting like when they used to distribute previous world champions Pokemon, right? Like Wolf Incineroar and stuff like that.
Well, they do it now at the big ICs, right?
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
So you could easily, but you can like do that at a lower level, mate. You could do that at regional level. You can have a roadmap at the start of the season if you're going to whip out these news.
Yeah.
At literally Worlds, you literally have a roadmap of each event that will reward X cosmetic, and people will go nuts.
I think you probably give it to everyone in attendance, right? So even spectators get it.
Oh, it's a good idea. Yeah.
And then what would be really cool is for every single official event that they do, the champion for that event gets something very exclusive, like it cannot be accessed anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like if you win a regional, you get access to this exclusive like jacket or something that you cannot get anywhere else. And the same goes for ICs, Worlds, and online tournaments as well. So you've got and you could do it for Pokemon skins as well. But it would be kind of hard because every team's going to be different. So,
mate, I'm sorry, but like I'm just visually thinking about the jacket that you said, right, Lee? And you've got the back of it. It says champ, and then it says the event name, and then it says the year.
Yeah.
Like
how sick would that be?
And you can have like
genuinely,
like when when you come out to the start of the battle, you do your pose. You like turn around and your player's just like doing this.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Back of his jacket.
Literally.
Champion pose.
Oh my god.
And it just shows the jacket and the skin off. That is
That'd be
cool.
so sick.
Yeah. How cool would that be?
Pokemon, sign us up.
Listen,
we'll
join your marketing department. We have good ideas.
Just this section and just send it and be like,
they need to know.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Because they already give you like, I know specific to like winning worlds, but they give you some swag, don't they? You get a jumper, obviously you get the trophy, you get the card, and you get a playmat.
I don't know if you get a jumper.
I'm sure I've seen a jumper.
Have you?
I'm sure. I'm sure. There's like they give out a jumper now as well.
You get a hat.
Yeah, you don't get no jump.
Champion
I saw
arm.
a jumper.
Not that I
Anyway,
would know because I haven't
anyway,
bloody won anything, but yeah, you know.
yeah.
I've got a hat with quarterfinalist on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Look at Mr.
Humble brag.
Quarterfinalist over here. Yeah, humble brag. Where's your egg, Lee? Where's your egg? You've got
He's
Where
lost
is
it.
the
hand
He's lost
sanitizer
it.
there. How dare you
I've had
lose?
all sorts. I've had a
Yeah,
plectrum in my hand. That I've been
yeah, no, I
playing with.
saw that before.
It's like play the game. What is Lee going to be faffing around with next? I don't know where I've put the egg. Actually, I'm
Unbelievable.
worried now. Where's it
Oh,
gone?
is it
No,
broken? It's
out of
not
it.
splat on the floor.
Literally, it's wood.
Well, so he says.
Oh, bro.
Um,
Looks pretty real to me, mate.
Swapping that out would be so funny
Oh my god, that'd be
for a real
hilarious.
egg.
I'm worried
Anywho.
now. Where is it?
You will find the missing egg, my friend. It's sort of like you're trying to look for an Easter egg or something. It's hilarious.
Legit.
Right. Okay. So
Probably.
as Lee is probably sitting on his Easter egg, we've covered sort of loads of what they can do in order to go ahead and sustain it, but that doesn't mean that the hype itself has completely died out. As of yet, we've had the biggest ever Pokemon competitive tournament take place the previous week, and it's a grassroots one. It had 6,100 plus players, and it rewarded $10,000 in prizes. That was clearly something that a lot of people were excited for and got involved with, because 6,100 players for a best of 3 tournament, that's never happened in history.
No, it's
That's
amazing,
mental,
really.
Absolutely mental.
Yeah, an amazing accomplishment. Like, you've got to really give props to Score and like everyone that was involved with the organization of that, because I think just an incredible thing for the community. Free to enter as well, by the way.
Yep.
Free to enter. And yeah, some amazing prizing on the line, as well as a trip to the battle cruise.
You saw it.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Parkinian crew. So I think,
Great.
yeah, really cool. Yeah, and you know, I was talking to you guys before we started recording. I played in it. It was a bit slow to start, which I think could probably be expected. But after like round 3, it really smoothed out, and rounds went a lot quicker. It was very slow to begin with. It was like, I don't know, like 3 hours maybe for the first 2 rounds, which did feel like, you know, if this is how it's going to continue, this is going to be a real long day. But otherwise, it was run really good. And I mean, like, saying this as well, I want to give huge props to the judges that were involved with it, because like they were insane. So bear in mind how many people were playing, how many rounds were going on. My opponent couldn't check into the match at the start of the round 1. So they called a judge, and a judge was there within literally seconds. And I was like, because I was expecting this is probably going to be like 5-minute wait, just because of how many players we've got, how many matches are going on, and inevitably how many issues probably are going on at the same time. So either look at the draw and we were like really lucky for someone just to come in straight away, or they were on it, which I think they were just on it the whole tournament. So it was
Which is
amazing.
insane.
Really, yeah, amazing. So yeah, looking forward to the encore. Like you say, I think there's going to be one for the mobile release when that comes around. So yeah, but like I said at the top of the show, I think the grassroots tournaments now are what is going to be a big help carry and keep that interest within champions, while we wait for that mobile release, while we wait for hopefully other things like the Hollowware, like maybe a different format to be introduced to the games and stuff like that. So yeah, these are the things that are really, really important for us right now, I think.
So who won the Straw VGC tournament with over 6,100 plus players, you say? It is none other than Raghav Malavia, aka Moodyman, aka good old buddies with the Battle Room as well. I know that they've been doing some good content together, so it's been great. And what a way to go about it with these 6. We got Charizard Y, Floette Mega, Garchomp, Kingambit, Aerodactyl, Bascu. So most of them very typical sets, very powerful Pokemon that just do well with gelling with one another.
Yeah, think just like 6 of the
It's
strongest.
quite funny, isn't it?
Pokemon.
Because last week, we joked about, is Pokemon pay to win because Mega Florette's Mega Floret, yeah, you need to play Zero to get Mega Floret, and then the previous tournament there was no Mega Floret, and lo and behold, Mega Floret won this tournament.
To be fair, it didn't come second, but it did come third as well. Let's ignore that part of 50%, success rate in the top 4. Yeah, but no, it's just Mega Floret. It just depends on like if you've got enough stuff to protect it around it. And with so much hyper offense that Ragav brought, it makes sense. And then you got Dragonfang Garchomp that he brought.
Yeah, I love that
really
scale
cool.
shot. I think it's such a good.
Dragonfang?
Yeah, go back in. You'll see it.
Dragonfang, Stomping, and Earthquake with scale shot.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, very cool. Very
That's
cool.
the flair of this
Yeah.
set, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a very. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and low kick on King Gambit, so you don't even opt in for Iron Head stuff.
And the wide guard with the Zard as well on Aero, dropping the dual wing beat for that wide guard support.
Which is something you did as well, right, Lee, for this exact tournament?
I played Mega Delphox. I didn't have really time to, like I said to you guys, I didn't have time to put into getting anything new from the week leading up to the tournament. Just didn't have time for anything. So it was either throw something together last minute or use something that I already had in game that I was pretty familiar with Delphox team. I stupidly made some last minute changes, which I kind of regretted straight away, but it is what it is. It was fun playing the tournament.
It happens, mate.
Just had some good sets in there. Just didn't quite get the get over the line like I would have liked to. But
there's quite a lot of variety in here. It's
so much variety,
really interesting, which is great. Like really great.
Oh, special shout outs to none other than Michel Debers.
Oh yeah,
Michael Kelsch
in Prague and
playing Prague. Yeah, we had a couple of chats during Prague because I went there as well.
Who won Prague?
It was Luis Fontvale versus Victor Medina in the finals.
And the finals again.
Oh mate, do I have a story there? I'm not going to go into it now, but basically the crowd was going wild. And there was a Smeagol face-off between both of them. They both had Smeagol. And let's just say there was the French crowd and then there was the everyone else crowd.
What are you implying, Costa?
I'm not implying anything. All I'm implying is that Victor has not been able to live up to his first name for over 5 major event finals. That's all I'm going to say. And that includes ICs as well. So, there's a lot of people rooting for him. And Smeagol decided not to. Anywho, but going back onto the topic here, Michel Debes. So this insane guy, we're talking a bit about, oh, hey, look, haha, we're both going to try to go and do Prague, but then also do champions and all that stuff on the side. I forgot to submit my team list, even though I checked in, so rip me. But him, on the other hand, he went and did day 1, 9-0. He was the only undefeated trainer in day 1. He stayed up until 3:30 in the morning, going from 1 whole day's worth of Prague regional championship Pokemon.
Bro, these people are fucking...
Wait, mate. No, it's not over. It's not over. How did he do this? Okay. He, when, post the day at an event and all that stuff, you just want to hang, chill with peeps, and you're like, okay, cool, let's just like decompress and all that stuff. He did do that whilst having a Switch. Every single time. And
still won his games.
Mate. There's like a whole documented series of like Mishy's adventures on X where there are photos and all that stuff.
So funny.
Showing, genuinely, showing what he's doing.
It's like karaoke and he's playing and he's like actually
literally showing
at the same time.
every single round what he's doing. There's a screenshot, there's an image or a video. So he was karaokeing, he was eating his dinner, he was eating lunch as well. I think they were out and they're at this bar. He was having a drink whilst being able to play. It's insane. And he continued to do that the next day whilst trying to travel back to Germany. He had to hitch a ride with someone because he was worried if he hopped onto the train, the Wi-Fi would cut out. So he was trying to find someone to hitch a ride with so his hotspot doesn't cut out. And he kept on going until, what was it, top 8, I think he got?
Yeah, Stop it.
It's a
Yeah.
madman.
That's
Genuinely, madman.
team was really cool as well. The
Yeah.
Gengar. I think it's a team that you topped the ladder with recently.
Yes, it is the same
The
one.
Mega
Asia Search making
Gengar
a
along the
call there.
nine tails. Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool. Really solid team.
Genuinely, yeah. Disable, which is really cool as well with the
Disable
encore mix.
Encore.
Yeah. So the good old fashioned, like instead
Yeah.
of like a Whimsy, you've got a
Mm.
Alolan Ninetales, so another fairy, but then
Yeah.
you've also got the benefit of having Sash and just go
Mm.
for Blizzard and Freeze Drive. Freeze Drive is something underestimated.
Oh yeah. So good
and-
against those Melodics.
Yes. It's
Basque
fun.
Legions. Baskies.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and obviously doing really well. Got a lot of players going, which was very exciting to see from the tournaments with all the different standouts. Even if it wasn't at very EU friendly times, there were a couple of very strong EU players seeing it through.
Mm.
But no, it was very exciting to see, and over
Very exciting.
3,000 Sneaslers, by the way.
3,000.
Yeah, 50%
Wow.
of the metagame was Sneaslers, and there were 3,000 of them.
Wow. I'm surprised it was so low, to be fair.
That's fair.
It's crazy that they nerfed it, and then he was still like, hold my beer. And then he's still 3,000 sneezes. But I guess in the format where it's like one of the fastest things. So it's always going to win out, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then talking about tournaments, we do have the Global Challenge this weekend, which is the Japan Nationals qualifier for Japanese residents only, of course. For the rest of us, it's just a bit of a friendly because there's no championship points on the line, but it is just a bit of a good practice ground, I guess, if you're planning on going to Turin, Indianapolis, or NAIC later this year. So that'll be good to play. But I guess the question is, what's the next big grassroots tournament that's coming up? It must be a VR one, I guess, because VR's got an invitational at the end of the summer, I believe, and they've got a few more events where you can qualify for that. So there must be one of those coming up.
There's not been one officially announced. However, knowing VR, I wouldn't put it past them to find the first weekend that doesn't have an official event going on to host it. So that would be my guess.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that might even be not this upcoming weekend, which is the Global Challenge. I would probably expect the weekend after.
Maybe, yeah. Because you've got Utrecht coming up soon, right?
Yeah, in 2 to 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a weekend free before then.
Yeah.
At least, non-EU.
Either you planning on going to Utrecht?
Nope.
I originally was, but I am no longer able to, even though my flight suggests otherwise.
Oh.
Which I've not been able to cancel and refund yet.
Oh, that is annoying.
It is. But then again, it would have been regulation set I. And
yes,
I am all for Champions gameplay, not Scarlet Violet anymore. Yourself?
What was the attendance of Prague?
Oh, I'm not going now.
600 players.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, it's below average of what we have been getting this season so far.
Makes
sense.
The tickets still available, was there?
Yeah, I think they still are actually for Utrecht.
No, I meant for Prague.
Oh, I think they were. Yeah, they definitely were.
The first time that I think a regional this season's not been sold out.
Oh, really?
I mean, like in a long time, yeah.
A lot of people probably refunded those, including myself.
Everyone's on the Champions train.
Didn't you guys both refund it as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here you go. So
yeah,
makes sense. Only the tryharders would have gone there. Totally not me. I totally didn't go. No, I lie. I did. But yes, but it'll be exciting to see when Champions does rear its head around. It'll be at Indianapolis for the first ever time, followed by Turin, followed by NAIC in what is a 3-week juggernaut of Champions official tournaments.
It's going to be a
break.
Very, very hectic time, isn't it?
A lot of traveling.
Yes, a lot of traveling.
A lot of cross-country regional traveling for tryharders and the like.
Yes, talking about tryharders, Costa.
Oh, hello.
And just more general news, we did have a big surprise reveal this week. If you've got Pokemon Legends EA and you've got the DLC and you complete the dexes and transfer those into Pokemon Home, one Pokemon that has previously been shiny locked is now no longer shiny locked. Shiny Volcanion is available as the number 6th Pokedex completion task in Pokemon Home. The mobile version of the app got updated and that was included. So that is available now to pick up for your collection if you don't have it already and do have those games. Or you do have those games, you've got probably a lot of work to get a full living dex transferred into Pokemon Home. Get that one, but it's definitely one worth picking up. And don't worry, there's not a time limit. There is a time limit on it, but it expires 2030, so you've got plenty of time
Oh, wow.
to get all those Pokemon and get the shiny mythical that's now available.
Right.
It was previously not.
It's golden.
Yeah, golden and
What?
pink as well. It's very
Oh.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this the first
Very
time they ever revealed? I mean, technically, it was always revealed, right, in the database.
I
And all
think
that.
there's been data leaks about it, but yeah, first time I personally first time in a game actually seen it. I was like,
That was
wow, it
pretty
looks
sick.
way cooler than what I
It
thought.
looked really pretty sick.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It gives me like
Oh,
a
yeah.
golden Buddha vibes.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So that was that. I was surprised it wasn't Hooper, to be honest, with how like pivotal Hooper is in the DLC story for ZA, but
Oh, yeah.
I decided to go Volcanion instead.
Do we know like what the Hooper shiny would have been like?
Golden, but like all the detail I don't exactly know, but yeah,
Okay.
that's another one that's shiny locked. So that shiny locked still, Victini shiny locked, and is Zarude shiny locked? I don't know. Did they release the shiny Zarude? I don't think so.
Well, they,
So
yeah.
there's a few still shiny locked, but that's one off the list for you shiny completionists out there.
Oh, yeah, because which other ones were revealed in terms of, let's say, if you accrue the complete Pokédex from previous regionals? Sorry, region-based
So from other
Pokédex.
games, so Pikachu, let's go Pikachu and Eevee was shiny Melton. Then you've got Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which would have been
Manaphy?
Manaphy. Yes, Manaphy. Then you're going to get Keldeo for Sword and Shield, I believe. Enamorus for Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
This is all off the top of my head.
Yeah, you're right so far. I'm checking my notes, and it is impressive that you are on
And then
point.
Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, here we go. Guessing game.
Is Meloetta.
Oh, okay. That wasn't much of a guessing game. You nailed it. Well played.
Yeah. There we go. I'll put my notes away now. I'm joking. I'm joking. That was
Hey, shit. Trying to make it look like it's hard.
Yeah. I've done videos on them all, so I should really know this. So yeah, I have had to do all the dexes. The hardest one is Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Living Dex for that. Well, I found that really, really tough, but it was worth it.
Well, clearly not. Clearly not tough enough because you're able to manifest all of that amazing skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
I don't know if I segued it into that. I don't know if there's any other Pokemon news that's relevant there that's going on at the moment. I don't know of any that's worth mentioning. Do you guys have anything?
I was gonna let Scott take it because he decided to take a bite out of a snack.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that totally wasn't your voice with something in your mouth. It's fine. I can't think of anything. I think there was like the Pokemon, was it day and night thing?
Oh yeah, the gigs.
Yeah, the gigs. I'm not sure if that was revealed or not. Or
I think tickets have went on sale, have they? I could be wrong. I don't know.
No idea.
Probably making
It's at
stuff
the
up
O2, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, la la.
Yeah.
Which surprised me actually.
Mm.
In which way?
Quite a big venue.
Okay, that's very straightforward. Was it as in like you were expecting it to be much smaller? Okay.
Because it can't be cheap to book the O2.
No.
It holds like 20k people. So are they expecting 20k people to turn up?
Wow, is that all it holds? I thought it was way bigger than that.
No, the O2 is not very big.
Wow.
So then arguably,
yeah,
it's might be small. compared to
Maybe,
how
maybe you're
many
right.
people.
Maybe you're right.
And
I still
I
feel
don't
like
know.
20,000 people is quite a lot, but I
It
could be,
is.
could be
To be
wrong.
fair. Well, yeah, because like, what's the biggest ever individual gathering like of Pokemon fans? It would probably have to be like the World Championships,
yeah.
alongside maybe like some sort of IC, or I don't think there's like a Comic Con
What was
version.
the arena at Worlds last year? What was that, like
Oh, yeah.
7,000, 6,000, I think, in the arena there?
Okay, it was
Quite a
Anaheim,
lot.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anaheim.
I know the Chase Center is like 14,000, so that'll be what it is this year in San Fran. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I
Might
think
be something XP related as well, because who knows what they're doing for that and how many people will be turning up for that one. So
apparently 20 to 30,000 total attendees for Anaheim last year.
oh yeah, but not all, because they did it
Not
in
in
the
the
arena.
yeah. So not
Yeah.
in the actual arena.
Yeah.
Overall, that would have been
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of peeps. Be even
Definitely.
bigger this year.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it, of course, in San Fran later in August. But with that being said, I think we have covered all the topics that we wanted to discuss here in our lovely episode number 6 episode. I don't know why I said episode so many times, but it happened. You're just gonna have to live with that. Does any of you lovely lads have any parting words that you would like to give?
No, no. If you made it this far on the podcast, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Make sure
Thank you.
you smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, I'm looking at you because most of our viewers aren't subscribed. Just click the subscribe. Just click it.
Click it.
You can always
Click it.
unsubscribe later if you don't want it, but you won't want it because you'll enjoy this content.
And you've got to the end, so you know the secret.
You know,
If you
secret
stick in,
sauce.
you get a luck for the rest of the week.
Oh, wait. Let us know if you did reach the end. Leave a comment of the secret.
Ah, yes. There we go. We love it. You're the secret club.
Hey. Well, there you go. Join the secret club. We also have a Discord as well that we're going to be adding more stuff to and getting more meat going on with it. With that being said, thank you very much for your time. We've loved having you, and we've had a good laugh as well with it all being discussed. So, love you, leave you, take care. We'll be catching up next week, episode 7, baby. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.